Okay, we are going to talk about the properties of the covalent compounds then. The first one is that the molecular covalent compounds have low melting and boiling points. Actually, some of them are liquids at room temperature, some of them are gases. But things like, do you remember the naphthalene that we did the melting point and the boiling point? No, the melting point at the beginning of the year. That is a covalent compound. That's why we could melt it just putting that in boiling water. Yes, that is why it's like that. But some of them are gases like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, ammonia, all the gases that we use, methane, butane, alcohol is a covalent compound. All the alcohols are covalent compounds. Okay, most of the covalent compounds, and what do we say molecular covalent compounds? Because we are going to see that those are not the only covalent compounds. They are also giant covalent compounds, means that they form giant lattices. That is going to be in a few minutes. Okay, we are talking about things that form molecules. The other one is most of them tend to be insoluble in water. So what do you think is going to be oil, for example, olive oil, a covalent compound or an ionic compound? Is it solid at room temperature? No. So most likely it's going to be covalent. Yes? Now, another thing that you need to know, the same dissolves the same. And we say that is not a property of the covalent compound actually, but the same dissolves the same. We use it all the time because the polar compounds dissolve polar compounds. And the non-polar compounds dissolve non-polar compounds. For example, alcohol is a compound that is polar. So we can dissolve alcohol in water. Oil is a non-polar compound, so we cannot use water to dissolve oil. We need another thing like gasoline, for example, to dissolve oil. That's why the cleaners for the dry cleaners and all that, they are most of the time they are derivatives from oil, the crude oil. Okay, the naphthalene, the kerosene, and all those things are covalent compounds, and they are non-polar. Okay, and another property is that they do not conduct electricity. That is not completely true, and let me tell you why. If a polar compound is an acid, for example, hydrochloric acid, we dissolve it in water, that those acids are going to break down, releasing protons, the hydrogens in solution. And if the protons are present, the ions are present in the solution, we are going to have conductivity of electricity. But we are going to see that later. Okay? Now, those are the most important properties of the covalent compounds. We are going to talk now about the giant covalent compounds. So I'm going to finish this and put it in another video.